If your family constantly disrespects you, whether it's through subtle manipulation, outright criticism, or crossing your boundaries, this video is for you. This isn't about fighting fire with fire or burning bridges. It's about learning to hold your ground calmly, clearly, and without guilt. Because the moment you allow disrespect, you silently give permission for it to continue. This video will share 7 deep, practical Stoic strategies to reclaim your peace and respect without losing your identity or kindness. You'll discover how to create solid boundaries, detach emotionally without shutting down, and protect your self-worth in the face of judgment. I know this isn't easy. Family is complicated, emotions run deep, and the pressure to conform is intense. But by the end, you'll have tools to face those challenges with strength and grace. If you want to grow your mindset, protect your energy, and build resilience through Stoicism, subscribe to Beyond Vision Mindset now and join this community of warriors walking the path of self-mastery. 1. Recognize the game. Toxic behavior is often a pattern. Toxic family dynamics rarely appear out of nowhere. Often, the disrespect you face is part of a larger cycle, patterns repeated generation after generation. A sibling who belittles your success might be echoing the critical voice they grew up with. A parent who manipulates through guilt may have learned that as a way to maintain control. Recognizing these patterns is essential. When you label their behavior as toxic or manipulative, you stop personalizing it. The Stoics believed in distinguishing between what is within your control and what isn't. You can't control their behavior, but you can control your response. This insight creates distance between their actions and your emotions. Instead of reacting emotionally to every slight or insult, you see the bigger picture. This is not about you, it's about their own unresolved pain and programming. Spend time observing these patterns without judgment or rush to respond. When you detach this way, you gain clarity. You're no longer trapped in a cycle of hurt and reaction, you're stepping into a position of power. Take notes on recurring themes, triggers, and emotional manipulations. Awareness is your first tool. Without it, you keep getting pulled into the drama like a puppet. 2. Emotional detachment is power, not coldness. Detachment is misunderstood. Many people think if you detach emotionally, you become cold, uncaring, or indifferent. But Stoicism teaches a very different kind of detachment, one rooted in strength, presence, and clarity. Emotional detachment means you feel deeply but choose not to be controlled by your feelings. When a relative attacks your choices or identity, instead of spiraling into anger, hurt, or defensiveness, you learn to remain grounded. You respond from a place of calm, not chaos. This doesn't happen overnight. It takes practice. Start small. When you feel the urge to react emotionally, pause, breathe, and remind yourself, this is their opinion, not my truth. With time, you build muscle memory for calmness. The beauty of emotional detachment is that it doesn't shut you off from love or compassion. It simply stops others from holding power over your emotional state. You become like a rock in a storm. Waves may crash, but you don't drown. Think about it like this. If someone insults you and you respond with explosive anger, you feed their need for control. If you respond with calm or silence, you deny them the satisfaction of reaction. You reclaim your power by mastering your emotions instead of being mastered by them. 3. Set boundaries without explaining yourself. One of the hardest lessons in family dynamics is learning to say no and mean it, without feeling the need to justify or explain yourself. Too often, we over-explain because we want approval, avoid conflict, or feel guilty. But explanations often lead to negotiations, which weaken your boundaries. Stoicism encourages firm, clear boundaries because your time, energy, and peace are sacred. When you say no, that should be enough. You don't need to detail every reason or defend your choice. The more you explain, the more you open the door for manipulation or guilt trips. Practice phrases like, "I'm not comfortable discussing this," or "I won't be able to attend." Say it once, calmly and confidently, and then stop. No second guessing. No apologies. Your boundaries are a reflection of your self-respect. The way others treat your boundaries shows their respect for you, or lack of it. And here's the key. The first person who must respect your boundaries is you. If you hesitate or falter, others will sense it and push harder. Setting boundaries firmly will feel uncomfortable at first. You might face resistance or emotional backlash. But stay steady. Remember Seneca's wisdom. No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity. Facing the discomfort now is the only way to build the strength you need for lifelong peace. 4. Your self-worth isn't up for debate. Many people tie their self-worth to external validation, especially from family. A parent's approval, a sibling's praise, or relatives' recognition can feel like life or death. But this dependency on others' opinions leaves you vulnerable to their whims and criticisms. The Stoics teach that true worth comes from virtue, integrity, and inner character, things nobody can take away from you. You can lose material possessions, status, or even love, but your virtue remains intact if you hold it sacred. This shift is liberating but difficult. It means standing tall even when others put you down. It means telling yourself daily, "I am enough," regardless of what they say. When a family member tries to diminish you, question their authority to do so. Their judgment reflects their own limitations, not your truth. You are not your mistakes, their grudges, or their expectations. Stand firm in your self-worth. Cultivate it daily through reflection, self-care, and affirmations. Your peace depends on it. And the more you value yourself, the less others can shake your foundation. 5. Detach from generational guilt and dysfunction. Generational dysfunction is real. Toxic patterns, trauma, and unhealthy behaviors often repeat across family lines, creating invisible chains that bind us. But you have the power to break those chains. You are not responsible for your family's wounds or mistakes. You are not the family therapist, peacemaker, or emotional dumping ground. Stoicism teaches that you must live according to your own nature and values, not the toxic expectations others impose on you. This means releasing guilt you never earned but have carried anyway. You didn't choose their pain, their mistakes, or their ways. You can't fix what they won't acknowledge or change. Break free by embracing self-compassion and acceptance. Understand that healing takes time and often begins with detachment, not rejection, but protecting your energy by limiting exposure to harmful dynamics. Choose a new legacy for yourself, one grounded in peace, resilience, and growth. You don't have to carry the past. You can rewrite your story starting today. 6. Let actions speak louder than emotions. When dealing with toxic family members, words can be weapons or traps. Many people get caught up in endless arguments, explanations, or emotional confrontations, which only feed toxicity. Stoicism advises a different approach. Act with consistency and calm. Your quiet strength and refusal to engage in emotional chaos often speak louder than any argument. By staying calm and consistent, you teach others that your boundaries are non-negotiable. You don't have to prove yourself or convince anyone. Your behavior shows that you won't tolerate disrespect or drama. This approach often frustrates toxic family members because it strips away their control. They can't bait you into conflict or guilt trips. Instead, they either learn to respect your peace or remove themselves from your life. Remember Marcus Aurelius' words: "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." Rise above the chaos with steady, peaceful action, and watch respect grow organically. 7. Walk your path without guilt. Walking away from toxic family dynamics can feel like betrayal. Guilt is one of the most powerful chains holding you back. But here's the truth. Choosing your peace over dysfunctional loyalty is an act of courage and self-love. The Stoics teach that freedom lies in focusing only on what you can control: your actions, your choices, your mind. You cannot control others' behavior, their opinions, or their expectations. But you can control how much space they occupy in your life. It's okay to love from a distance. It's okay to say no without explanation. It's okay to walk away and protect your soul. Your peace is priceless, and protecting it is a lifelong journey. Be gentle but firm with yourself as you make these choices. Self-growth is rarely easy, but it's always worth it. You are worthy of respect. You are worthy of peace. You are worthy of love, especially your own. If this video helped you see your worth, set firmer boundaries, or master your emotions, I'm honored to be part of your journey. These lessons are not easy to learn or teach. That's why I put my heart into every word here. If you want more wisdom on Stoic living, emotional mastery, and self-growth, please like, comment, and subscribe to Beyond Vision Mindset. Your engagement helps me keep creating content to uplift and empower this community. And if you feel called to support my work in a simple but meaningful way, you can buy me a coffee through the support link below or send me emojis as a small token of appreciation. It shows me you value this work and encourages me to keep going. Because making videos like this is not easy, but it's my passion to help you grow. Remember, your journey to peace and respect is the greatest gift you can give yourself. Walk it boldly, without guilt. Thank you for being here. I see you. I respect you. And I'm rooting for you.